about 3.5 miles to the summit, so shouldn't take too long, I wouldn't think. Do of course need to make it up and then back down a tree line before any thunderstorms roll in. Just wanted a relaxing day in the wilderness, and being a 13er, every chance that I won't run into another single soul. So some solitude, some time to think, some time to enjoy the outdoors. So that is La Plata Peak. If memory serves, 14,334 feet. So when we get to the top of Bull Hill here, it'll still be roughly 600 feet above us to the summit. The summit is actually the rounded part you see to the right, not the little rocky, spiny parts you see to the left. We are very lucky to live in Colorado. This is a really, really pleasant hike. And that is a view that is hard to beat. The Sawatch Range is, as you can see, really quite something. So, approaching tree line, and tree line in Colorado generally always looks the same. Evidence of lightning strikes, which is why getting up to the summit and back down below tree line before the thunderstorms roll in, which is typically around 1 o'clock or so. That's why getting up and back down below tree line is so important. The general rule is summit by noon. I actually prefer summit by 11, so that I know I've got a good 2 hours to reverse the, 2,000 vertical feet or so if I'm doing a 14er from the summit back to tree line. Just below 12,000 feet, and as we scan across into the sun, you see the South Ridge, and then up along this route to the summit. Just about 12,600 feet in altitude. I think speaks to the fortitude of the history of Colorado mining. And I'm sure there are higher mines in places in Colorado. Well, I don't know that for sure, but let's just say that this is typical. The proverbial bridge to nowhere. So at this point, we've literally reached the end of the road. But now that I can see over to the north side, I can see the cloud formations. And I don't know yet if that is cause for concern. Depends on if it builds or not to bring in thunder showers. But you can bet that that is what I will be watching for the remainder of the hike or the climb, to ensure that I do not get caught in a thunderstorm. The final summit pyramid, about 300 vertical feet. And the views, oh the views. Following this ridge line down and then back up to the left, you see Mount Elbert. And I think I see a few people on the summit. Hopefully, like me, they will not be lingering long with these clouds. And here's the summit, with Mount Elbert right in the background. Mount Massive, second highest peak in Colorado. So, given these clouds, I will not be taking long. Show you the views. And I think La Plata Peak is just so beautiful. Okay, getting a little breezy, clouds are rolling in. Took in some water, took some food, extended my trekking poles, took some pictures, extended the trekking poles again so that my arms can be more at 90 degrees on the downhill. Time to get the heck out of here. It's been such a wonderful climb. Be ashamed to ruin it with some form of stupidity. Back down below 12.9, just over this little rise should be the top of the mine, which leads to the top of the road, which leads to fast trekking on our way out. Starting to look ominous to the southwest. Now we're about 10,400, so about 400 vertical feet left. Should be a matter of minutes at this point. This was a wonderful, wonderful climb. And one of the prettier ones I've seen.